Hey, Chad here with SpeedX, fast growing gear site on the web, and today we're going to uncrate the Simpson Outlaw Bandit. Before we jump into a deep dive on the Simpson Outlaw Bandit, go ahead and subscribe for me. That helps us keep bringing you the best gear reviews in the universe. And if at any point you decide you'd like to purchase a Simpson helmet from us here at speedaddicts.com, well, that would be rad too. And there's a link in the description below to shop for the Outlaw Bandit or any other parts or gear you might need for your next two-wheel adventure. So we are stoked here at Speed Addicts to finally be offering you Simpson motorcycle helmets. If you're not familiar, Simpson made their name in drag racing starting in 1959. They've taken that DNA over the past few years and rolled it out into a line of motorcycle helmets. The Outlaw Bandit is one of their OG offerings. They've been making this particular model for quite a long time, and it is the most true to that original drag racing DNA. This is a no-frills model from them. They've since come out with the Ghost, the Mod Bandit, the Speed Bandit, and they have that M30. But if you want the true authentic version of that drag racing motorcycle helmet, the Outlaw Bandit is still available to you. It comes in a variety of colors. This is the matte black. They also have some pretty fun candy colors. They've got a blue, a gold, and a red at the moment. So you pick your poison. They're going to run you $573 MSRP at the moment, and you are going to get that authentic Simpson look. It is badass. You've got those speed wrinkles up on the top, and then the trademark Simpson chin bar area here. This is a fiberglass shell. Most of the Simpson helmets are composite or carbon fiber. Unless you go with the Speed Bandit, you're going to save some money there, and that is a polycarbonate helmet. So it's relatively lightweight, coming in at right around 3.5 pounds depending on what size you go with. There are 3 shell sizes, so that makes the weight vary. It's nice that you have 3 shell sizes so you will get a nice comfortable fit. Now let's talk more about that fit. We found it to run pretty true, if not just a touch generous, which is nice. So you can go by that Simpson sizing chart and be sure you'll probably be right on the money there. The shape is an intermediate oval and compatible with most heads here in the United States. You're gonna see sizes from extra small up to 2 extra large. The extra large fits great on my 24-inch melon. And if you do have any issues with the fit, remember, when you're shopping for gear with Speed Addicts, you're gonna be eligible for no cost returns. All you have to do is be in the lower 48 states and make sure the helmet is brand new in the original packaging. We'll get you that free return label in just a few clicks. You can exchange or return for a refund, whatever you need to do. Give us a shot on your next helmet and we'll make sure to treat you like family. Okay, let's look a little bit closer at this Simpson. We're gonna do a deep dive from top to bottom. Now, I always start with ventilation whenever we're doing a helmet review here, and that's where we're gonna start on the Outlaw Bandit. It's gonna be a pretty short story, I'm not gonna lie. The ventilation system consists of these 6 intake vents in this chin bar area. They look cool, they flow a decent amount of air, but that's really where your ventilation ends. Now, they've come out with new models like that Ghost Bandit and the Speed Bandit that have more ventilation up top and exhaust ports in the back. So if ventilation is important to you, you usually ride in exceptionally hot temps, you might want to check out that Ghost Bandit or the Speed Bandit, or of course the Mod Bandit, which is the modular. But if you want a fixed face and that original Simpson DNA, this Outlaw is really badass, and it's just going to sacrifice a little bit of ventilation here. Now these vents are always open. They are not switchable. There's no switching inside or out, so you won't be able to turn those off. As we look at this helmet, the shape, very spherical. A lot of helmet manufacturers are making kind of crazy shapes now, and while those dramatic shapes look cool, when it comes to safety, the sphere is always the strongest shape, and it tends, not only from a strength standpoint, from a crush standpoint, it also tends to glance off objects better. So if you are to take a slide, this shape is optimal to protect that melon. So that's just what it looks like. You notice no ventilation here. This helmet is DOT and Snell 2020, sorry. So DOT and Snell 2020. Of course, Simpson comes from that that Snell pedigree with their automobile racing helmets. So let's take a look at the graphics here, their logos. One thing I'll call out is that these logos are just decals, so you will be able to take those off relatively easily, both on the shield and on the helmet itself. We know a lot of folks don't want to run that branding there. They want the blacked out look. You'll be able to do that. The face shield is a 3mm, very thick, robust face shield, which is great. You can just feel how durable and stiff that is as you work it through the detents. You're going to get 3 positions. Let me flip this over so you can see the locking mechanism. It is on your left side. Right side's throttle, left side, you'll be able to unlock your helmet. Now you can just give it a little crack. You want a little bit more airflow. Like I said, that might come into play on the Outlaw, so you can just kind of pop it up. But there's 3 main positions. There's the closed position, halfway open, and then all the way open there. And that's all she wrote. They make a variety of face shields from this helmet, from gold iridium to silver iridium to smoke, light smoke, whatever you need. We have all those at Speed Addicts. They are sold separately. When you want to close this all the way, it's going to lock on that stud and you're ready to go. You do need a tool to change these face shields, or you might be able to fit a coin in there to take these off on the road. You might want to pack something in your bags if you're the type that wants to switch the face shield on and off. Now, when it comes to the fogging, they do not have a pin lock mechanism built into this helmet, but it is a fog-treated shield. Trying this helmet on, I've noticed, even wearing it around the office here just to see how it fit me, it did not fog up. And I had the face shield closed, walking around talking. The anti-fog treatment on the inside of the Outlaw Bandit shields is quite good and should keep you fog-free. Like I said, if you need to get a little ventilation to clear the shield, you're going to want to pop that up. Now, when we look at the seal, or the gasket seal on the eye port, it is limited in the way that this shield closes. Hard for you to see, but there are gaps. So when it comes to leakage of air, you may see a fair bit of that on the Outlaw Bandit. If you have sensitive eyes to any sort of air leakage on a shield, well, then you might want to check out that Ghost Bandit like I was talking before. That one has a drop-down sun visor, and the seal on the face shield is a little tighter and will leak a little bit less air. Okay, let's flip over this Outlaw Bandit and see what we're working with in the interior. We have a traditional double D-ring closure, still the safest and most secure fastener in the helmet game. We're gonna undo that so that we can see this antimicrobial washable cheek pad set. We're gonna go ahead and pull these out. They are held in with Velcro, which is super easy to deal with, and again, low tech. We've got mesh on the sides here, and a lot of that low density squishy foam here. That makes it nice and comfortable, and this sort of low density foam, it breaks in pretty quick. So your first handful of rides, tough it out, get it as tight as you can fit it without discomfort, and allow that low density foam to form to your face. Now, if your original cheek pad set that's installed from the factory is too thick for you after a few rides, don't worry, or when you're test fitting your living room deciding if this is the right size for you, remember, with the Outlaw Bandit, they're gonna include one extra set of cheek pads that is 1 step thicker than what's installed from the factory. That's pretty cool. They're giving you that for no extra charge right in the box, so you can get your fit nice and dialed in. Pull out the other cheek pad. Now, one thing we noticed when we were inspecting the Outlaw is that there's not EPS down in that ear well. They're relying on the rest of that EPS liner throughout the helmet to absorb energy in case of an impact. This is something they updated in the Ghost Bandit, and they also have speaker pockets in that helmet, whereas this, you're gonna have to be a bit creative to run that comm system inside. I'm not saying you can't do it, but just something we wanted to call out there. So now when we pull the rest of this headliner out, Velcro in the back, and then they've got this wedge in the front that sticks between the EPS foam and the shell to hold it into place, so there are no snaps or any sort of hot spots to have. This is a 3D mapped liner with high quality mesh. Again, if you're gonna wash your liners and cheek pads, I recommend doing that in the sink and letting them air dry so that your washer machine does not chew them up. So that comes out real easy. That's gonna expose that single density EPS crush liner. You're also gonna notice that Snell 2020 sticker with the manufacturing date inside of every Outlaw Bandit. To get the liner back into place, it's really straightforward. Like I said, you got this front little lip, and then you've got the Velcro in the back, and you're ready to rock. So we've noticed a ton of folks moving over to full face helmets, folks on cruisers, Harley Davidsons, that were wearing nothing or a half shell. Simpson seems to be the weapon of choice. It's a cool looking option. Let's be honest, this thing is pretty sweet. If there's questions that I did not answer in this video, don't worry, rider support is standing over Staying by over at our site, speedaddicts.com, to handle your inquiries through email, live chat, or phone support. You can actually talk to a human over there. Or if you have an Outlaw Bandit, let us know how you like it in the comment section below. Appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.